Also saying that your wish or your fulfillment or the thing that you've been working on or the level or the phase that you've been looking to achieve is a lot closer than you think.
Come on, let go, baby. You know you wanna. Come on, let go. Don't you know it feels good? Come on, let go. You know you wanna. Come on, let go. Don't you know it feels good?
Hey there, my beautiful Cancer. Mika here, the Traveling Tarot, back with some messages from Spirit in regards to what you may need to know surrounding your career and finances. So these messages are general and they are for Cancer placements or Cancer watchers. So do take them as they resonate, but as I always say, as soon as something resonates, see to it that you do look a little deeper as to why, so that you can move with clarity and you can see the most progress. So I'm going to start by just pulling one of these career and money cards so that we can see what the overarching energy will be over the next few weeks in regards to career and money. But I think we got this before there, my beautiful Cancer, on our last career money reading, money strategy. We're still in that space of looking at what's working and what's not working, and we're looking at new strategies. It also says spending wisely, as well as, and again, not from a place of scarcity, but as from a place of information and feeling wise about what we're doing and not just kind of wastefulness. And also, this is because we are building something long term, and I think we continuously get that as a reminder that even though things might be slow going, or you might be in the process of releasing or putting one foot in front of the other, you're building the steps to success right now by just putting one foot in front of the other. This is a long term or long game, so we're looking at new strategies so that we can be wiser about how we move. Okay, so I think that's a wonderful energy to have show up again, just as a gentle reminder. But let's see what other information they want to give you out of the career and money cards. What does Cancer need to know about their career and finances right now? Okay, all right, this isn't so bad. All right, and so after a period of going through some serious money blocks and feeling stuck, we're becoming right now with this new strategy more financially sound. And the eggs actually showed up. It says starting over, because of course we're doing new strategies, so we're leaning into what's working as well as starting or trying new things so that we can get different results. It also says something about saving up, and that falls right in line with that wise spending that we saw with the chess pieces. And it says resources. We're using our resources more wisely, and it also says that there is going to be the ability to sort of save up like a nest egg or something, because this also does show up with new opportunities. And also, the egg represents that period that I was saying before that we were in, that we're getting ready to come out of, especially based on the Lionsgate reading that I did, as well as the full moon reading, that we're coming out of that period of gestation where we're getting ready to crack through the shell and start to become that thing. We are now definitely in that first stage of becoming that thing, which is why starting over would show up. But new opportunities are going to come in that are going to help us not only tune more into the resources that we do have, but we're going to have the ability to save up and have ourselves a little nest egg, okay? And so that would be why money blocks and being stuck has shown up, because it has been a period of gestation where it feels like there hasn't been any motion forward financially. But we are in that period again of getting ready to break through and crack through that egg. So we're becoming a little bit more financially sound. And also, this sacred pause has everything to do with us fine-tuning our strategy. Our sacred pause is here so that we can use that discernment to say, okay, what's draining me, what's working, and how can I build on what is working? Okay, and I love this, especially because I'm looking to do a lot more traveling in my life. That travel does show up. The anchor does represent those blocks, or maybe feeling like you haven't been moving or feeling stuck. but it also lets you know that you can solidify or feel a lot more firm in your resources and in these opportunities that do show up. They're going to be a lot more solid, and there's going to be a lot more follow through. Okay, so even though there has been some money blocks or maybe feeling stuck, just know that new opportunities are getting ready to show up or are showing up now that are not only you have the resources to accept, but it's going to give you the ability to start saving more money, being financially sound and smarter with how you're spending your money, and it's going to help with your long-term gain of what you're doing or what you're building right now. I'm going to pull one more of these cards here so we can get a little bit deeper into what other energies might be active for you over the next few weeks in terms of your finances. But right now it's about you guys getting clear on that strategy and spending a lot more wisely and opening yourself up to new opportunities so that you could actually see them coming through for you. Oh, I love this so much, especially because this is the energy I was actually picturing when I decided or was going to use these cards. It's about creativity and vastness. They want you to know that your resources stem from this creative energy. So if you tune more into the things that move you or the things that feel like creation, then you're definitely going to be moving towards more resources. And that's also what they want to reiterate by having resources show up on this eggs card. The opportunity for you to tune more into your creative energy, not only have it be abundant, but it creates this vastness or this unlimited potential here. And so you're no longer thinking in reverse or thinking from a place of lack or scarcity or from the place that you were coming from before with these blocks. We also do have the turtle showing up when I pick that up. So I do want you to know that there is going to be some type of a slow increase, but it is going to be more as you tap into the vastness, the infinite mind, and the infinite supply, as well as using your creativity to start over and start from that place of inspiration and passion, okay? And I love that we have the Horse King showing up with assistance. They want you to know that as you tap into this creativity and this vastness, this is a 5 card. You're now changing things and turning into that balance and harmony, which turns into a 6 card. 42 breaks down to 6. 41 breaks down to 5. Okay, so you tap into the infinite supply. Use that creative energy. Be willing to start over from a place of inspiration and say yes to the opportunities that feel aligned. Okay, but along with assistance, we do have control. So there is going to be a need for you to release some of the control, which is when you just allow the energy to flow through you. So yes, you're tapping into your creativity, but you're tapping into the creative energy, and then you're basically stepping aside and allowing it to move you so that you can now receive the assistance that you've been asking for. Okay, my beautiful Cancer? But just know that new opportunities are showing up here, and you do have the resources to accept them. And when you do, confidently, you're going to start to see that increase in your finances and make better decisions, and it's going to show in your finances and in your business, even with growth financially, or even just clients, or more business, or more of a market, or adopting a new international market or something like that. It's going to help you expand. So when I pick this up, we do have the 7 of Wands. Okay, it has been a bit of a struggle, which we saw with the money block card, and that's not a big surprise, but they're saying because of your dedication and because you have been holding to your vision and because of your willingness to tap into like the infinite supply and your creative energy, you are now tuned into these opportunities. So stay aware, but also release control. Let these opportunities come to you, because your only work is to prepare the atmosphere by holding to the vision, okay, and allowing the universe to fill in how it shows up. Okay? What do you want Cancer to know about their career and finances as well there, Spirit, as they are opening up to the infinite supply and tuning into the new opportunities that tuning into the infinite supply brings, and recognizing them? Because it isn't that the opportunities aren't happening around you, but when you're so fixed in one direction, it can be really, really hard to see that there's other options. Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is all about passion. She's all about fire. She's all about confidence. She's all about exuberance. She's all about knowing exactly what to do and doing it, okay? And Nine of Cups. They want you to definitely tap into your Queen of Wands. And they're also saying that your wish or your fulfillment or the thing that you've been working on or the level or the phase that you've been looking to achieve is a lot closer than you think. So continue to move with confidence here, because we do have wish fulfillment showing up. In fact, you can even celebrate, but they also want to say try not to overindulge. And try not to overindulge when you're out there celebrating, but just know that you can move with confidence because you're a lot closer than you think. Also, they're saying celebrate those little wins as well, confidently, because that's also what brings that momentum in, where new opportunities will start to show themselves to you. What else do you want Cancer to know about this, about their career and finances in this reading? Truly grateful for your guidance. Thank you. Ooh, they are popping out too. Yeah, and you know what? We've actually been getting this in most of our readings because this is beyond the breakthrough, and we have it showing up with the Two of Cups. Not only is it because you're tuning back into confidently your creative energy that's giving you the confidence to move with conviction, basically, but not only you're receiving the clarity, you're receiving the breakthroughs, and you're receiving the balanced partnerships. You're now tuned into the duality, which is attracting those partnerships and opportunities. They're also saying here, though, that this could have to do with a partnership that starts out as a business partnership that might turn into something a little bit deeper. Again, this is not go out and sexually harass. This is not, let me go hit up my business partner. No, but this is going to start out as a partnership and slowly progress into something more romantic. And take that as it resonates. But in either event, it's because of the way you guys are communicating with each other energetically that you guys are able to speak with clarity to each other and honesty and confidence, and that's actually moving you towards. And this is why I feel like starting over, especially with this Ace of Swords energy, that you're not necessarily starting over with your business, but you're taking a new approach, okay? And it's attracting the right partnerships and the right people. But you're giving over that control so that you can receive the assistance and the right partnerships. I love that the Ace of Swords showed up with the Two of Cups. It's such a beautiful combination because that's clarity and that's reciprocity. And that's balance and alignment as well. What else do you want Cancer to know about their career and finances right now, Spirit? Oh, too many cards. What does Cancer need to know about this time, for this time? Okay, so two things. Definitely there's some type of confusion still going on here, and it could very well have to do with the fact that you're feeling stuck, or you're having some type of block, so you're not seeing much progress, so you're maybe finding it as a challenge to relinquish that control, which is causing some confusion because you're not receiving the assistance, and you might even be saying affirmations, you might be feeling like you're doing the work, but you're not seeing the evidence of it, and it's causing some type of confusion or mental fog. But this falls right next to the Ace of Swords. They're saying make that decision, make the choice, because it's a choice card as well, and you'll receive the clarity that you need. But make that choice, because we have the Seven of Wands showing up again, from your vision. How do you see this playing out? How do you want this to look? You really do have to get clear on how you want it to look. It's not enough to say, I want to be rich, or I want to make enough money. You want to get very clear on, this is how much money I need to make in order to live the lifestyle I intend to live. This is how much money I want to make by this time. And again, you want to be a little flexible with the time, although you do want to set time because it's helpful for humans to be able to measure progress. And so set a time limit so that you're not just out there in the ethers and you say, oh yeah, okay, by this time I'm doing this. This is also going to give you the motivation to take the steps needed to reach that goal by that time. And even if you don't, because sometimes, lots of times, Spirit has their own little adjustments, if you will. And so be flexible with that. And still, if it's not that date, move the date a little bit and keep taking the steps. The most important thing is to keep taking the steps, even if they're small steps, so that you can to have the momentum from a place of clarity and not confusion, okay? And this is why the Seven of Cups would show up with the Seven of Wands, because you want to do it from a place of your vision. But how do you want it to look, Cancer? How do you want the people who are around you to look? How should it smell? How should it sound? How should it feel? How does it feel? Okay? And that's kind of where you want to be very clear on, and you don't want to be afraid to make that decision because it'll bring confusion. Everything that'll be showing up will be based on the random energies that you're exuding, and so it'll bring in, as a result, lots of confusion. So right now, if you just relinquish the control and tap into the vastness and the creativity, then you will be able to receive the assistance. And when I pick that up, we have Gaia's Garden, which is fruition, abundance, and reaping what you sow. It's also a 9 card, which is all about fulfillment. Okay, so just know that you're on the right track, Cancer, and these blocks were mainly because you were seeing them as blocks and maybe not being able to clearly see them as a sacred pause for you to not only anchor yourself in your new truth, but solidify yourself in your knowing instead of the back and forth, because it can also be a very confusing time with the Seven of Cups, especially, where you're like, I got it. Today you feel incredibly strong, and tomorrow you're in Spiral City. And so it can feel very confusing, but I want you to know you're on the right track. And even though you're seeing this as money blocks or blocks, this is really a sacred pause for you to reclaim your power through clarity and choosing. Through clarity and making a choice. Okay? And also standing your ground, holding to that vision, because that does, sevens represent wholeness, they also represent achievement. And so as you do stand your ground and hold to that vision and be a little more flexible with how it happens, you start to have the clarity and you start to move with confidence. We have the Ace and the King of Cups showing up as well. And so not only does that show me that that's absolute emotional fulfillment, you go literally, you blast through the Ten of Cups and go all the way to the King. All you have to do is start. There is this new fulfillment coming in that also has the potential to be long term, with it going all the way up to the King. And they're saying it's on the heels of you making this choice with this Seven of Cups, confidently making it from a place of confidence and clarity, but also receiving the steps with the Four of Swords. Lay down on that sort of truth, which is why it's so important for you to choose. Once you make the choice, then you know exactly the steps to take. And they're saying, as long as you follow your heart and follow that creativity, this has the potential to go all the way. Okay, and it takes you right on back to new fulfillment, but you're at this point of emotional maturity when you do actually get there, okay? So start from a place of fulfillment. You have a lot of cups energy. We've got a lot of cups energy, so it's got to be clear, it's got to be fulfilling, and it's got to fuel us from a place of passion, Cancer. So receive those by laying down on the sword of truth, relieving yourself of those 3 swords by just giving it over to Spirit, especially if you're exhausted from feeling blocked. Money blocks can be very stressful. This is what I do, especially if I'm dealing with something financial. I say, look, I don't know what you want me to do here, so I'm just going to take all of this and I'm going to give it on up to you. You let me know when it's time for me to act, okay? And in the meantime, I will be open and available and ready to receive the steps, okay? I've made the decision that this is what I want, and now I've tried everything, and now I'm exhausted and maybe even a little hurt with the 3 swords on the wall. Now I don't have a choice but to surrender, and I'm just going to lay down on the fact that I know that you guys are giving me the answer, and that is exactly when I receive the breakthrough and I start to feel back in my power again, okay? And that's all that they're asking you to do here. Make the decision, receive the guidance, move from a place of fulfillment, and everything that you create has the potential to go all the way there, Cancer, especially coming from a place of infinity, coming from a place of unlimited creativity and unlimited vastness. Sorry, my incense is making me cough a little bit. And the new opportunities await you, okay? And so does this assistance that you may or may not be tuned into because you need to relinquish control, okay? So I hope something did resonate, my beautiful Cancer. If it did, please do like, share, subscribe. I'm truly grateful that I get to do this. If you're interested in a reading or need some type of clarity, shoot me a DM, or you can go ahead and click on the link in the description. And yeah, if they are helping you, please help me by supporting the channel with a like, share, or a subscribe. Or again, I'm here with you, so if I can bring you any type of clarity, let me know and we can just discuss it in the DM, okay? So I'm going to send you guys off with one Angel of Abundance card so that we can kind of bring this whole reading together. I know we had current, underlying money blocks or feeling stuck financially, but they are letting you know that this is a sacred pause or a reset. And so you're starting over, and so new opportunities are showing up. Tap into your creative energy, relinquish control, and allow the assistance to take you from start to finish, okay? Because you're never really finished, but the full cycle is literally here in these 2 cards of fulfillment. Like I said, it's beyond the 10 of Cups. It's literally emotional fulfillment, emotional maturity, and that brings in the confidence and it brings in the clarity, okay? That embodies all of that. All you've got to do is choose clarity over confusion, okay? So again, thank you again for watching, Cancer. I'm truly grateful that I get to do this, and I'm so excited about being able to connect with you guys on a real level and on an experiential level. And my prayer is that these are not only is that my experiences are helping you, but that you want your experiences to help others, and so that you're willing to, offer things that might help other Cancers during their awakening, that maybe even me, that I may not have experienced, that can help me navigate it when it does show up. So I invite you guys to join the Cancer Awakening community so that we can be that support system for each other. And make sure that you do like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that when I do open up the forum for questions on my lives, you guys will be able to jump in and ask your question and get clarity live on the show. Okay? So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and pull you just one of these Angel of Abundance cards, but we do have cooperation instead of competition. Okay? If you're feeling that haterade pop up, They're saying what's yours is yours and no one else can take it from you. There's no need to compete. There's abundance for all. You have complete access to the unlimited abundance. Where did that infinite mind go? You have complete access to the unlimited abundance to yourself, for yourself and to others, and to share with others. With cooperative partnerships, you can accomplish anything. And we did see the Two of Cups show up. So remember, that's those reciprocated partnerships. And the Two of Cups is also in the Ace of Cups on the way to the King of Cups, okay? So realize that there's some type of cooperation that could be helpful instead of hating on this person because they're having more success than you, okay? And sometimes we're human beings, and human beings are envious people, and that can help and fuel us in some ways. But if it's keeping us in haterade mode, then we're not receiving the clarity, we're not receiving the fulfillment, and we're not even focused on our own thing that will bring all of that stuff to fruition. So if you're feeling or drinking any type of haterade, I would probably go ahead and put that down. And pick up something like water that's clean and clear and purifying. Alright, so what do the angels of abundance want beautiful Cancer who's watching this video, who's thinking about their career, who may have been experiencing money blocks to know as I send you guys off? Deservingness. And honestly, Cancer, worthiness is definitely, it's not our main thing, but I feel like just feeling worthy of reciprocity, feeling worthy of receiving back what we give, is definitely going to be one of the things that we can work on. And this would be the reason why we're stuck in not necessarily choosing the thing, because now we're considering everybody else's response or reaction or even what everybody else needs, and so that keeps us in confusion. We might want to choose this, but we don't, because this might affect this, and what about so-and-so's schooling, and what about, you know what I mean? And so that dings our worthiness for sure. It says you are a beloved child of God, like everyone else. These laws apply to all of us, Cancer, okay? And I can guarantee if you make the adjustments, you'll see the progress, okay? And you deserve to receive the support that will allow you to focus upon your divine life purpose. Even if you can't yet recognize your lovable qualities, my beautiful Cancer, trust that God and the angels can see how amazing you truly are and are constantly showing you that you're worthy. However, the what's happening in our physical world, or energy that we've already flowed that has us right here physically, might be harder to see the clarity, and it definitely dings our worthiness. And we might not even be seeing how much is actually going for us, and how close we really are to this goal because of that worthiness thing. Even wanting to believe that this good thing is happening or is for us can be a struggle sometimes. So the ask right now is going to be to work on feeling worthy of the abundance that you're seeking, okay? Outside of whatever money blocks you might be experiencing, whatever feeling stuck, whatever strategizing you're doing right now financially and with your business, work mostly on feeling worthy of the abundance and the clarity that you seek. With the Ace of Swords, we saw that show up. The clarity you seek, plus we had the Ace of Cups pointing all the way to the King, and they came up together. The clarity that you seek will start to show itself more in your life. You've got to feel worthy of that, though, okay? At the bottom of the deck, we do have donations, tithing, and charitable work. It says, give joyfully to organizations and people who spiritually support and inspire you, and know that your generosity will be returned to you manyfold in miraculous ways. The time, supplies, money, and other resources you donate will ensure that your positive energy multiplies. And really, yeah, I mean, give energy, give love, especially to things that are supporting you or helping you. It's one of the things that I feel is, very valuable, even if it's not money, but giving your energy or your support, or even a like, a share, or subscribe, so that the person that's giving their energy to you can also feel not only that reciprocity, but it's like that paying it forward, that positive energy can multiply for everybody who's giving as well as receiving, and it goes both ways. Okay? So I hope something did resonate, my beautiful Cancer. Things are coming along slowly, but you definitely want to keep putting one foot in front of the other, even through the money blocks, or through the being stuck, or the feeling unseen, or all the work that you're putting out that may not feel like it's giving back to you. Your work is to work on feeling worthy of that abundance and allowing the universe to, and feeling worthy of being connected to the infinite mind and the infinite supply. And the universe will start to show you in ways through your fulfillment and following your passion and your clarity that you are going to be winning, and that you're moving in the right direction. Okay? And again, not just me, but people. We are consumers, and so we all also create content, and so let's give to each other. Let's support each other, okay? If it is helping you in some way, it's free to give back with just a like, a share, or a comment, or a subscribe. And again, it helps the people that are giving know that they're being heard, that they are also loved back and appreciated for the absolute love that they're giving to you. So, reciprocity. That's what Cancer is all about, right? Okay, so yeah, I think that's it for me, guys. Thank you again for watching. I am Mika, the Traveling Tarot. I love you guys. Take care of each other, okay? Peace.
Oh,